In today's video, I'm going to be doing my unboxing and first impressions of the brand new Samsung Galaxy A36 5G. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully everyone is safe out there. Just picked up the brand new Galaxy A36 5G in the United States on the release date of March 26th. So this just released in the United States. It has been released in Europe and overseas in a bunch of different places. However, this is now out in the US. And if you go to Best Buy right now, you guys can get this device for $399. And they're actually going to gift you a $50 gift card when you purchase this device. So a very, very good offer from Best Buy right now. I'm sure this is going to be available on Amazon as well. But if you guys would like to purchase this, of course, go ahead and click on those YouTube shopping links that pop up either in the bottom left or bottom right hand side. All right, guys, so getting into this, obviously, you guys know this is a $399 phone. And for that, of course, we're going to have a 6.7-inch Full HD Super AMOLED 120 Hz refresh rate display. Has a peak nit brightness of 1900 nits. Insane stuff right here. So we're going to have a very, very beautiful big bright display on this device. We're also going to have Android 15 out of the box, and we're going to have UI 7.0. So we're going to have all of the new artificial intelligence features that are actually being used on the brand new Galaxy S25. So we have a bunch of new stuff on this device. It's going to look a lot different than the other devices for sure. 6 gigabytes of RAM base. I believe we can go up to 12 gigabytes of RAM if you guys want to get one of those. I think only the overseas versions have those. So 6 gigabytes of RAM base, a huge 5,000 milliamp battery inside of here. And as far as the charging rate in here, it's some pretty crazy stuff. We have a 45 watt charging rate inside of here. So very, very fast charging. You're going to get a 65% battery life in about 30 minutes of charge. Insane stuff. A charger doesn't come in the box, but of course we have the data cable that comes in the box, but still some awesome stuff in this device. Alright guys, so here is this device right here. This is in the lime color. I believe this comes in black and in lime. Those were the only two options that I had. There may be some more colors in other markets, but in the Best Buy that I went to, they had black and lime. I think this color looks pretty cool though. Let's go ahead and put that to the side. Of course, we have our SIM ejector tool in the back of this little accessory box. We have our quick start guide and safety and warranty information. We have our data cable, so no charger inside the box, which kind of sucks. And of course, last but not least, we have the phone. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Let's go ahead and pop this on, and I'll be back in a second. Alright guys, so the phone is now booted up, and I just want to show you guys right now, as far as our security goes, we have an in-display fingerprint sensor right here. Not the quickest in the world, but it's cool that we have an in-display fingerprint sensor. However, I do like the ones that are usually on the little power button right here. Let me know what you guys think about that. But we do have facial recognition in here. Of course, we can set up a pin or pattern on this device as well. But yeah, as far as like going through the UI, this is UI 7.0 on Android 15. I'll go ahead and verify that for you guys right now. So as you guys can see, we have Android 15, UI 7.0. So amazing stuff right there. Also, great thing about this device is we're going to be covered for the next 6 years and even more for that matter. So we have actually 6 years of operating system updates. So we're going to go all the way up from Android 15 to Android 21. Crazy stuff right here. We have a lot of new features. We have a lot of stuff to get into on this device. So this is going to take a little second right here. Going around the device, of course, on the right side of this device, we have our power button. Just above that, we're going to have our volume up and down rocker. And the top of the device, we're going to have some noise canceling mics, as you guys can see. On the left side of this device, we have absolutely nothing. The bottom of this device is pretty much where all the stuff happens right here. We have our SIM tray right here, a noise canceling mic. Right next to that, we have our USB Type-C port, and of course, we have one of the speakers that we have at the bottom of this phone. The second one's going to be in the headset, so we're going to get a stereo speaker experience on this, and hopefully it's a good one because I haven't heard the speakers yet, so this is all going to be an authentic reaction. Now, going to the rear of this device, we have a triple camera setup right here. This is kind of the new form factor that Samsung's going with their whole line, so even the Galaxy S25 is going to look like this. Same thing thing with the Galaxy A56. Hopefully we get that device in the US. I've been hearing a lot of stuff about that being released in the US, so hopefully that comes over here, and I'll definitely review it when it does come out. But as far as our rear-facing camera, our main one's going to be a 50 megapixel wide-angle camera. Our secondary is going to be an 8 megapixel ultra-wide. It's beautiful, beautiful to see that. Our third camera is actually going to be a 5 megapixel macro. Great to see it. LED flash, panorama, HDR, and we can shoot up to 4K at 30 frames per second. As far as our hole punch camera right here, this is going to be rated at 12 megapixels. This is going to be a wide angle camera. We can shoot up to 4K at 30 frames per second or 1080p at 30 frames per second. So very, very solid cameras, it looks like, as far as the specifications go. Of course, as I said before, fingerprint sensor isn't the quickest in the world. Still beautiful. We have one in the display though. Going to the drop down bar menu, it's going to look a little bit different, as you guys can see, with that new UI 7.0 layer over this. The great thing about this device, however, is we're going to have all of those new AI features that were missing on previous devices. So again, if we hold that little button right here, go ahead and hold our home button, it's going to give us the option to use circle to search. So it says holding the home button now lets you search what's on your screen. So beautiful stuff. Say we want to go ahead and search this, go ahead and circle it. It's going to go ahead and Google whatever you see, and you're going to have to sign into your Samsung account to actually utilize these little features that we have right here. Also, the other thing inside of the camera right here, as you guys can see, we do have the AI features inside of here as well. So it's going to go ahead and analyze your image. We have our background blur we can go ahead and use. We have the remaster, which remasters your photo. And we also have object eraser if you guys want to erase some objects in the background. So definitely love that we have that new suite of artificial intelligence features. That's something we are missing on many other devices. Let's go ahead and take a little picture of this Gengar real quick though. Okay. Nice. Yeah, so this doesn't look bad at all. We have some really good color on here. I'm excited to see what this camera is going to look like. I feel like we're finally going to bridge the gap between flagship video quality and mid-range or budget phone quality, because even the Galaxy A15, that was something that very much impressed me. So I'm hoping we're getting closer and closer to that really decent stabilization that we see on the more premium handsets from Samsung. As you guys can see, we have photo, we have portrait mode right here, we have fun mode, which are like a bunch of different filters you guys can use. They're like usually Snapchat filters. As far as the videos go, we can go up to 4K, 30 frames per second, shoot at full HD 30 or 60, and of course HD at 30 frames per second. And this goes for the same as a front-facing camera as well. When we go into the more section, we have pro mode, we have pro video, we have night mode, food, panorama, macro, super slow-mo, slow motion, hyperlapse, and of course our single take. So that is what we have inside of here. This is our new app drawer. This looks a little bit different than what we had before, maybe a tiny bit different. I think it's refreshing, honestly, though, and I just want to I can't stress this enough. The display on this looks really, really good. Samsung, keep up the great work. Your displays, even at the $200 price tag like on the Galaxy A16, look exceptional, and this is no different with the Galaxy A36. This looks great. I really, really like how this looks. Awesome. So we have a pretty snappy experience going through the UI. Of course, we're going to do our video game review on this, and then of course our full review on this device later on. Also, if we go into the advanced features in the settings right here, we have something called intelligent features. It's going to show you all of those new intelligent features that we have right here. Of course, as I showed you guys, we have object eraser, which basically easily erases unwanted people and objects from your images or photos you've taken. We have edit suggestions, custom filters. We have AI select anything on screen to get suggestions for actions to do with. And of course, we have read aloud. So you guys can basically listen to articles and web pages like they're your own personal podcast. So a really nice suite of features on here that I am excited to go ahead and use. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the fun stuff. And of course, as I said before, we're going to get into the full review on this phone later, and we have many other videos coming out on this device later as well. So definitely stay tuned for that. But let's get into the video on this device to see how that looks as far as like YouTube, Netflix, things of that nature. And I want to go ahead and test out those speakers as well. So let's go ahead and do this. All right, guys, so we're on YouTube right here. We have a 4K 60 frame per second video on this device. We can actually go up to 2160p at 60 frames per second, and this is capable of HDR, so videos are going to look really, really crispy on here. Let's go ahead and see how the display looks when we watch videos though. All right, guys, so it looks great. Again, Super AMOLED display, Full HD, 120 hertz refresh rate, a peak nit brightness of 1900, which is definitely comparable to many other flagship devices out there. I really have nothing bad to say about this device's display. Obviously, we have some thicker bezels on here just because they're trying to differentiate the A series between that and the S series, or the more premium handsets out there. So I totally get it. But it's definitely not going to get in the way of watching a YouTube video in HDR or Full HD, or watching Netflix or Hulu or whatever. You're going to have a good experience with this. This display has some very good colors. It's very sharp. And the refresh rate, of course, is going to be great for like video games, your daily use, and other videos as well, and scrolling and stuff like that. So great display on this. I have absolutely nothing bad to say about this display for $399. Great job, Samsung. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and test out these speakers now and see how these sound. I'm very, very optimistic about the speakers because the display and everything else has been pretty decent so far. So let's go ahead and see how these speakers sound. Sorry about that, y'all. That song was a little obnoxious. Yeah, speakers sound great. I don't really have anything to say about these as far as like anything negative. I think they have some very, very good bass, very good clarity, and very, very minimal tin. I don't hear any tin. I don't know if I'm tripping or anything, but I don't hear any tin whatsoever on these speakers. They sound pretty premium overall. So again, great job, Samsung. All right, guys, so that was the Samsung Galaxy A36 5G. For what we get in this device, this seems like a very good deal for $399. I am very, very impressed so far. It's definitely going to be something that you may want to get instead of the Galaxy S24 FE, as that device is $200 more. Again, I don't know if they're going to release the Galaxy A56. I've heard a lot of rumors that Samsung is, and on their webpage, they did say they're going to release it in North America. I'm not sure if that only means Canada. I'm not 100% sure if they're talking about the US, but yeah. Love the device so far. I think for $400, it's definitely scratching an itch for a lot of people that don't want anything too crazy. Because as you guys know, the Galaxy S24 FE is about $549 at Best Buy on sale right now. So this is definitely something in between the budget arena and the more flagship arena with that S24 FE that you can definitely get your hands on and will be pretty affordable for most people. And I think a lot of people are going to be able to get this phone subsidized through many prepaid carriers as well, like Metro by T-Mobile and Cricket Wireless and stuff like that. So a lot of you are not even going to have to pay for this phone. You're just going to have to maybe open a new line at Metro or something like that, and I'm sure that's going to be happening soon. But overall, for $399 fully unlocked, I think this is a very solid device, and I could definitely recommend it so far. Again, stay tuned for more videos to come because I'll have a lot more opinions on this device, and we'll talk a lot more about every little intricate feature about this phone in the future. So stay tuned for that. If you did enjoy this video, go ahead and drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell if you guys want to be notified every time I do upload a new video. This has been Safam from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.